Alrighty. Hi everyone, this is Randy with Wagoner's Tactical Gear and Survival Review. As you can see, I got on my 3-day assault backpack here. Nothing fancy, but I will be covering that in another video. But as you can see, I got a few things on here, you know, like everybody should have some quick access to pepper spray. So you want a non-lethal, some kind of defense system that this way, you know, you unsnap that and then, you know, it pops right out and it's quick and easy. You just spray and then, you know, just in case, you know, you have to have that problem where you don't want to have any fatalities. All right, so of course, you know, this is nice and new, so it makes it nice and tight and right. But as you can see, another beautiful warm day in Florida. All right, West Central Florida, by the way. As you can see here in the background here, I got my M4, my PDW here. You know, everybody should have something. You know, in this bag here, I will be covering later on. It's a Czech M10 gas mask. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and take this pack sack off. But do you real quick here. It's a 3-day assault backpack. It's got a patch on the inside here for getting the hydration bladder in there, your camelback. You know, it's got 3 ports for coming out. 2 pockets on the side. It does have the weight, the waist belt to it. But I just don't have it attached yet, alright? So, this is something in the near future I will be getting to. Alright, so far this has been a pretty good rucksack for me. As you can see, I got many things here on my sack already. So, as you see, my United States Marine Corps Recon, always faithful to the brothers. It got me my headlamp, but hooked up here backwards. It makes a good tracking light to keep on track of many of your friendlies that are moving through the bush at night or whatnot. Okay, so it's something maybe to think about later on. All right, and as you can see, I do have my knife and all that on the side, but this is just for the video. I will not be having these on the side in a VOB situation where I have to go out and take off, because I don't want them accessibility to any enemy that, you know, I might come encountered with. So with that being said, we're gonna set that to the side, you know, and I don't know if you can see it, but you know, I do have my dry gear raincoat. I do live in Florida. Rain, it's a possible, you never know when. You can't really rely on the weather. Alright, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna cover my M-Tech Extreme, which is what you'll see carrying on my utility belt here. Alright, and very, very nice knife so far. You know, I've got to still do the testing and all that. It's got leg straps and all that. As you can see, it's a nylon case. It's okay. It doesn't really rattle, so the silence is good for if you want to be tactical. A nice outside pocket for sharpening stone or whatever use. I do have a sharpening stone in here along with a set of multi-tools, because you'll never know when you're going to really need a good set of multi-tools. Alright, so when it comes down to it, this is definitely an EDC carry item, because, you know, of all the functionalities that you're coming out of one single tool, it doesn't have to be big and strong. It's just got to be basic. And, you know, and then when it comes down to basic, that's where really your EDC comes to. You know, your everyday carry EDC. You don't need something big, you don't need something gaudy, you don't need something tactical. You just need something practical. Alright, well then that's where it comes down to a good multi-tool. A good multi-tool is a practical EDC carry. It covers everything that you really need to, from cutting, from minimum sawing for notches, pliers, your knife, you know, can openers, you know, it depends on what you get. It really has your everyday functionality uses. So my advice from Wagoner's Tactical Survival Gear Review, pick one up. This is a great EDC item. It's a must-have. Alright, with that being said, we're going to move on. Alright, to the knife. Well, what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and pop it off here on my belt here. Just pop my whole belt off. And as you can see, it is in a mil-spec Extreme USA, but handcrafted in China. So, you know, it all really depends on how you feel. But a lot of good things do coming out of China now. But mil-specs has come really a long way. Alright, so with that being said, there's the case. Plenty of lanyards. As it does have a leg strap, you know, which is great, you know, because you always want to make sure your items are secured when you're running through the woods. You know, you want to keep that noise level down to a minimum. It comes with an excessive some paracord like rope, but it's really not paracord. It doesn't have the strength. To me, I take this, go change it out for some real paracord. So this way you have the multiple uses and the strength that will come with it, and not just the cheap stuff that comes with the product when you buy it. So alright, with that being said, we're going to move on to the blade part of the knife. Now, it's got a very nice snap enclosure to it, so it keeps it very secure. As you're coming out, as you can see, it's definitely got the nice Marine Corps Tonto tip to it. You know, a nice rigid back to it. This is a 1/4-inch steel, full tang. And it's got the drop tip like a double Tonto. So we will be covering several things on this knife here, but today we're just going to cover just taking a look at what it looks like coming out of the box and up out of the sheath. You know, I added a lanyard to it, alright, nothing big and fancy, so we're just keeping it simple, stupid. Alright, well, here's the knife, and it's a nice knife. The thing works pretty darn good, but I'll show you in future videos. Alrighty. Pause.